脚都洗完了，怎么还要喝洗脚水啊？
不就是让你喝一个洗脚水吗？你这么磨磨唧，算是个男人吗？
哪里也没有让喝洗脚水的呀，这不是侮辱人吗？
怎么让你喝一个洗脚水就是侮辱你了？你口口声声说疼我爱我一辈子的呢，怎么让你喝一个洗脚水就算侮辱你了呀？
这些年我对你怎么样，你自己摸着良心说。今天是我们结婚大喜的日子，咱别闹了行不行？
谁跟你闹了？今天这个水不喝也行，再给我们66万彩礼，你就不用喝了。
怎么又要66万呀？彩礼我不都给过了吗
？66万怎么？你又不是没有这个钱，我今天才发现你怎么这么小气呢？
我事先也不知道有这么一回事，你看这样行不行？等我们婚礼结束之后，我们回去再商量商量。这66万也不是说不能给，但是我事先也不知道，你总得给我点时间吧。
不能回去给，现在就得给，要不然结了婚之后不给怎么办？
姑姑，你怎么这么说话呢？今天是我们结婚大喜的日子，那我要是今天不喝这个洗脚水，不给这66万，这个婚是不是就不能结了？
你今天要是不给这66万的话，我就马上把这个礼服脱下来，这婚不结了。
哎，钱，你们就知道你们是不是掉钱眼里了？
走。
我就是那个结婚当天丢下新娘一个人回来的不负责任的新郎官。
I am the one who left the bride alone on the wedding day, the irresponsible groom. Brothers, I am not afraid of embarrassment. You guys tell me, was I not man enough, or was her family going too far? Here is what happened. Today was originally supposed to be my wedding day. Early in the morning, my group of groomsmen and the wedding convoy set out to pick up the bride. The cars were all arranged according to my fiancé's family's requests. 20 Mercedes-Benz cars, with a Rolls-Royce as the lead car. Most of these cars were borrowed from my friends here in Guangzhou. The wedding hotel was also the best 5-star hotel in Guangzhou. I honestly didn't care about any of this. A wedding should be lively, and I was fine with that. The convoy went smoothly on the way, and when we arrived downstairs at her community, 2 people blocked the cars. I saw that they were my fiancé's 2 younger male cousins. They said they wanted a blocking car red envelope. I didn't think much of it. I had prepared plenty of red envelopes. I figured since we are relatives, the red envelope should be a bit bigger. So I gave each of them a 1,000 yuan red envelope. But they said it was too small, and that we could not get out of the cars unless we gave 8,800 yuan. I was stunned. I had never seen someone ask for 8,800 yuan themselves. I said I didn't prepare red envelopes that big, and asked if I could give it later. They said no, you must give it now or the cars stay blocked. I didn't want to delay the wedding, so I asked them for a payment code and transferred 8,800 yuan to each of them. Only then did they let us get out of the cars. Before we even entered the building, her aunts and distant relatives blocked us again, saying the groom had to give red envelopes before going upstairs. There were more than a dozen people. Some I had met before, some I had never seen. I thought since they came to celebrate the wedding, giving a bit of luck was okay, so I asked each groomsman to hand out red envelopes containing 600 yuan. But they said the red envelopes were too small, and wouldn't let us pass. Even though they were distant relatives, since they came to the wedding to share good fortune, I thought fine. I took out more than 10 red envelopes containing 1,000 yuan each and gave them out. After giving the red envelopes, just when I thought we could go upstairs, my fiancé's aunt stepped forward and said, "Giving small red envelopes to them is fine, but you must give me a big red envelope of 20,000 yuan to go upstairs." I was speechless. Her other relatives also cheered her on, saying that I, a businessman from Guangzhou, should give a big red envelope. Since this was her only aunt, I thought fine. I took out a 20,000 yuan red envelope and gave it to her aunt. Only then did we take the elevator upstairs. Next, the shoe finding and other wedding mini-games went smoothly. Because earlier delays cost us time, the host urged me to hurry and take the bride downstairs. I was about to pick her up when my fiancé said there was still one more step. I asked what it was. Her aunt brought a basin of water, and said it was their custom for the groom to wash the bride's feet. I thought this was meaningful, so I knelt down, washed her feet, dried them with a towel, and helped her put her shoes on. I even looked at her, and said that I would help her wash her feet often in the future. Just as I was about to pick her up and go downstairs, her mother and her aunt blocked me again, saying I could not go yet. I was confused and asked what else there was. Her aunt immediately lifted the basin of foot-washing water and said, "You must drink 3 mouthfuls of this foot-washing water before you can go downstairs." I thought they were joking. I had never heard of a custom where the groom must drink foot-washing water. My groomsmen also said this was too much. Her aunt said, "What, are you disgusted by my niece's feet?" I said it's not about being disgusted. There is simply no tradition anywhere that requires someone to drink foot-washing water. That is humiliating. Her mother said, "You always say you love my daughter and will treat her well forever. But you won't even drink some foot-washing water. Who would believe you?" I said loving her has nothing to do with drinking foot-washing water. Her mother said, "If you don't want to drink it, that's fine. Just give us another 660,000 yuan. When I heard that, I didn't even know how to respond. I finally understood. The foot-washing was just an excuse. I told her mother and my fiancé, "I already gave the bride price. Why ask for another 660,000 yuan? Her mother said, "What's wrong with that? Drink the foot-washing water, or give 660,000 yuan. You choose. If you won't give it, then don't get married today." I wanted to explode. But I held back. I wanted to keep the peace. I looked at my fiancé and said, "I didn't know about this beforehand. Let's discuss it after the wedding." But my fiancé said I was hesitating, not man enough, and asked if she meant so little to me. Hearing that, my heart just sank. I asked, "So if I don't drink the foot-washing water today, we won't get married, right?" She didn't even look at me and said, "It's just foot-washing water. If you don't drink it, I'll take off my wedding dress right now, and we won't get married." At that moment, I felt completely cold inside. I said, "Then I won't get married." I turned to leave. Her mother blocked me and said, "Don't be impulsive. If you walk away today, don't regret it. If you want to marry my daughter later, it won't be just 660,000 yuan. Hearing that, I thought, "You people, every word that comes out of your mouths is about money. Are you all blinded by money?" I said, "I'm not getting married. Whoever wants to marry, go ahead." I closed the door and left. Brothers, I've known my fiancée for 7 years. After college, I came to Guangzhou to start a business. I went from being poor to having my own business. She worked hard at her job, so I bought her a car. After we got engaged, she said she wanted to start her own business, so I gave her my store in Taiku Hui, 300 square meters, rent 70,000 to 80,000 yuan a month, to use for free. I also helped her get luxury goods through my friends. I didn't care whether she made money. I just wanted her to be happy. When we got engaged, her parents asked for 800,000 yuan for the bride price. I paid without hesitation. Later, her parents said their hometown was far away, and she wanted her parents to live nearby. So I gritted my teeth and bought them a 100 square meter apartment. I thought all of this was normal. They raised a daughter for over 20 years. I should contribute. But today, in front of everyone, they made me drink foot-washing water. That's not respect. That's treating me like a fool with money. So yes, I left. I admit I acted on impulse. And now I don't know what to do. Brothers, was I wrong? Was I too impulsive? I really want to hear your opinions, because when you're the one inside, you can't see clearly.
你看这山东菜里的搁全球第一。
You see, the bride price here in Shandong is practically number 1 in the world. Let me tell you, here in Yunqing, what's popular now is 5 rounds of 99,000 yuan, which adds up to more than 500,000 yuan. And this is only the bride price itself, not including additional gifts, not including the car, not including the house. And now, the bride's side still demands that the house must be paid in full, no mortgage installments allowed. Who would agree to that? Isn't this just messing around? Look around here for a family with 1 son to get married. It starts at least 1,500,000 yuan. And look at me, I only earn around 100 yuan a day? Let me tell you, even if you worked until you were 120 years old, you still wouldn't be able to save enough. My goodness. This situation is not just happening to me, it's widespread. So we really all need to resist these high bride prices together. Seriously, the higher the bride price, the higher the divorce rate. The more some women ask for, the faster they get divorced. To put it plainly, some people just want to make money out of the bride price. And do you know there are even people who scam marriages? There was a real event in our village. The bride was married on the 2nd day of the 5th lunar month, and she ran away on the 3rd day. The bride price was 360,000 yuan. She took the money and disappeared. If you try to find her again, you can't. She's already hiding. Now in our village, the number of single men is increasing. People just don't want to get married anymore. Out of more than 200 people, there are more than 30 single men. They don't dare to get married, and they can't afford to. They get married, and 2 days later the bride runs away. There are just too many cases like this.
In the end, this was never about the foot washing water. It was about the bride price, and this so-called tradition of demanding high bride prices at every turn is not culture. It is a burden that crushes young people, crushes two families, and also crushes the very meaning of marriage. Marriage should be two people who truly love each other, walking through life hand in hand, not two families sitting down to talk about money, terms, and who gains or loses more. But now, the bride price has changed. It has become a business, a negotiation, a test, and even a trap. A marriage hasn't even begun, yet it already carries debt, pressure, and humiliation. How can a marriage like that ever lead to happiness?